Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of Referral Exchange Networking's Business Success Fertilizer application. It isn't always easy to compete with companies that are bigger than you and have greater resources. However, one advantage you can have is being smarter than they are. No one can tell you how much you can learn and how much of an expert and an asset you can be. That's why education is critical for small businesses. And that's why we at Referral Exchange strive to make you just a little bit smarter every week. So let's get right to it. As we say at Referral Exchange, learning is critical to your business success. If you don't know more than your competition, you're putting yourself at a competitive disadvantage. Learning from the experts, how they became successful, and perhaps even more important, where they went wrong and how we can avoid making the same mistakes, well, that's an incredible tool. So, where do we often turn to learn from the experts? Well, one source is self help books, where we're supposed to be given the peek behind the curtain, the keys to the kingdom of success. Speaking of success, the authors of those self help books do pretty well for themselves. As of 2019, there were over 85,000 published self help books, making it an $11 billion industry. If you're like me, you've read your share of self help books, or you've listened to hours of podcasts, or watched TED Talks and other offerings on YouTube. One of the great things about all of them is not only do you learn something new, or at least see something from a different perspective, but you come away excited and energized. But for many of us, it stops there. We got what we came for. We've now had our fix, the necessary dose of feel good emotions that fool us into thinking now we have the answer and that we've been seeking. Well, the problem with this is that's all we've really been looking for, that feeling, that fix that satisfies the craving. Once we have it, we go back to what we were doing. Then a few weeks later, we need another dose. The reason for this cruel and disappointing circle is because we don't follow up and put in the hard work. The dirty secret is that we've known all along what we need to do. We don't need a book to tell us to eat 400 less calories a day. We don't need a book to tell us that getting in shape will require us to exercise more. The problem lies in the fact that eating less and working out is hard, and we don't like hard. Self help books can actually, in some instances, do more harm than good. Now, here are just a few thoughts from Mark Manson, founder of Life Advice That Doesn't Suck. Number one, self help reinforces perceptions of inferiority and shame. Specifically, it points out all the things we're not doing. Now, some people will take the advice and start doing them, while many others will only see their shortcomings. Number two, self help is often yet another form of avoidance. Instead of actually doing what you need to do, you read three self help books, feel like you've accomplished something, and leave it at that. Number three, self help marketing creates unrealistic expectations. I'm sorry, but going to one weekend seminar or reading one book is not going to make you a multi-millionaire. It's all about the work. Number four, self help is usually not scientifically validated. The majority of self help information is either at best a placebo or complete nonsense at worst. And finally, self help is a contradiction. Essentially, once you realize that you don't need someone else's help, that you can do it yourself, then and only then will the advice and ideas that you find in a self help book be useful. There are really only three keys to success in any endeavor, be it business, life, or spirituality. One, stay away from people who don't share your goals. It's hard enough to stay on track without others digging up the track in front of you. Two, get the right mindset. If you continually say, I can't do it. What you're actually saying is, I don't want to put in the work. And finally, accountability. Without accountability, you're dead in the water. This is where organizations like referral exchange networking can be so critical to your success. Seek out people you trust and who share your goals to keep you accountable. Joseph Addison, English essayist, poet, playwright, politician, and co founder of The Spectator magazine, wrote, "If you wish to succeed in life, make perseverance your bosom friend, experience your wise counselor, caution your elder brother, and hope your guardian genius." Well, that's it for this week. I hope you got something out of it. If you'd like to talk about anything you just heard, or you'd like to know how you can grow your business by joining a referral exchange networking chapter, or even starting your own chapter, reach out to me at raustin.ehs@gmail.com and take a moment to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks, and I'll see everybody next week. Bye-bye.